Hello, committee. Do we need a dance break before we start this one? We're going to make it quick, right? Mr. Chair, Madam Vice Chair, wonderful members of the committee, our new committee member, Dylan. It's nice to be before you today. You have heard this bill before. This year, it is House Bill 452. It's on outdoor lighting standards and use of state funds. Last year, this was Delegate Janelle Wilkins' bill. And if you recall, if you were here, I got really excited about this bill when she presented it. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what my community needs. And so this year, she said, would you like to take this bill for me? And I'm thrilled to do so. So what this does is require that Maryland Green Building Council develop standards and update their specifications for outdoor lighting with consideration of the latest information on light pollution, right, including the color, temperature, and recommendations of the American Medical Association. And I'm not going to go into all the scientific details on this, but I would direct your attention to the testimony letter from Dark Sky America in Maryland that you have in your packet, and they will explain why this is so important, how it can affect human health, but how it also impacts the resiliency of plants and animals as well if they have too much light pollution and it's the wrong temperature. So there are a lot of reasons to do this. I'm going to try to make it short, so I will trust you to do that research and listen to the members of my panel and just ask for a favorable report on House Bill 452 because we know that outdoor lighting, if it's done incorrectly, can have really detrimental effects on wildlife, human sleeping patterns, and energy consumption, which is something that we're all very concerned with right now. Thank you very much. So, do you want to?
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Madam Vice Chair, good folks of E&T. For the record, I'm Al Carr, volunteer with the Maryland Sierra Club in support of House Bill 452. And you have our written testimony. So in the interest of time, I'm here and available for questions.
Great. I'm Wayne Pacelli. I'm president of Animal Wellness Action from Montgomery County. We want to associate ourselves with this bill and thank everyone for the support for it. Bird populations have declined by 40%. When we had COVID-19, it was incredible to see that bird populations were coming back to our homes and our communities. There are so many human impacts that are kind of imperceptible to us. And these animals give us great joy. They are part of our broader community. And this is one small part of exhibiting leadership to protect our wildlife along with the other benefits provided from excessive use of outdoor light. Thanks very much.
Great. We do have some questions. Delegate Healy.
Yeah, I just want to ask a simple question. How does this relate to streetlights in neighborhoods?
Yeah, so the existing law was passed in 2011, and it's for state-funded outdoor lighting, and this bill expands it to parks and trails. So to the extent that there are any street lighting on parks and trails that's funded with state money, then this bill could apply to that.
So does that include program open space? If somebody has a playground or a park that people walk through or whatever?
Well, it has to be state funded. It has to be new lighting. It has to be outdoor lighting.
Program open space is a state fund. So does that mean
if it's on a park or a trail, then this bill could apply.
Okay, I just trying to understand the scope of the bill and the issues with people. Some people are afraid to go where it's dark, and they don't want to walk where it's dark. So I just want to be clear about where this is applying. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may I respond also? Thank you. I think that's a really important question because what these lights do is they provide light. They just provide it in the correct direction. So we're not lighting up the whole sky. So people are not in the dark, but all of the other animals in the trees aren't in the light. So they generally are downlit and lower heat. I mean, I have all this information, but it's quite boring. But I think that the big point that MACO made, if you get to that letter, is they did not oppose this bill, but they actually did write a question. They were concerned about, they were asking for an amendment dealing with outdoor parks, in particular outdoor athletic fields and other other gaming facilities. That is already written as an exception into the bill. If we need extra light in those situations, then that's something that can be approved.
Delegate Naraki.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Delegate, I love it when we have agreement on a bill. I know you and I usually do. So this is one where I have a drive-in, the only drive-in in the state left in Maryland is in my district. It's Benji's Drive-In, and they have significant issues with light pollution around that facility. So this is only though for state areas. It doesn't apply to other commercial properties or anything like that. They've had a lot of challenges with that, and if it doesn't, is this something that maybe in the future we could work on together to look at other commercial properties, like how we're factoring that into the discussion?
You know I welcome working with you on bills. So certainly, maybe we can look at that next year.
Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions? Okay, thank you. That concludes Bill hearing on House Bill 452.